unfortunate situation is, today's topic is that only, and we are going to cover that also. That we are, unfortunately, we are grastas, and we have to earn, we have to make money. So our more association is with materialistic people, and so in that case, how to safeguard ourselves is taking the association of devotees. And Sunday is one of the day where we can fully get energized spiritually. Spend couple of hours, at minimum couple of hours. Don't quote me that okay, Prabhu told only Sunday we have to come. We don't have to come for other days. But the Krishna Prabhu will surely not allow me next time in the temple. But the point is that every day if possible we should come. Otherwise, at least on Sundays we should come, and we should take the association of devotees, we should take association of Bhagavatam, hear it, and get ourselves spiritually energized for the whole, basically immunize ourselves from the material effect. Of course, everyday sadhana also we have to do. That is also one way to immunize ourselves from the this thing. So every day morning we chant, we read, we hear before we go to our work, or whatever activities we do, daily activities we do in the morning. Strong sadhana we should do, so that we are not affected by this thing. So this is the the story which is going on at the chapter. Says that it is the history of the life of Ajamila. So we see that we know the Ajamila story. So previous some of the shlokas, it is said that Ajamila, following the order of his father, went to forest to collect fruits, flowers, and kind of grasses. So there he got to see a woman, a prostitute, enjoying with a man, and looking at both of them enjoying, Ajamila got what to say, contaminated, or he got lusty, and then somehow he wanted to associate with this woman more and more. So what he did is that he got this prostitute to her to his home, and Shloka 63 says that he abandoned all the regulatory principles of Brahmana. So now in this shloka we say that Ajamila began spending whatever money he had inherited from his father to satisfy the prostitute with the various material presentations, so that she would remain pleased with him. He gave up all the Brahminical activities to satisfy the prostitute. So this is a very unfortunate situation for Ajamila, because he's as we see in one of the previous shlokas, actually, there it is mentioned that Ajamila was, and Prabhupada writes this in one of the purport, that Ajamila was even worshipping Saligram Sila at home. So he was following all these, Brahmanical, principles, and but we see, as the story goes further, we'll see that he left his wife, and he had left his parents, and so the thing is that this lust or kama is such a strong thing that even a most knowledgeable person, most intelligent person, most learned person can fall down, from the position. A person can lose his character, person can lose his position, as Prabhupada is saying, person can lose the money, because it is when the kama arise in the heart, and all the intelligence goes off. Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says that kama is the biggest enemy for a person. So here it is mentioned that he has inherited the whatever money he inherited from his father, he had spent everything on the prostitute. So there is a very wonderful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam 14th chapter, 10th canto 14th chapter 14th shloka, where Brahma says that Tattenu kampa susubmikshamano, and there this word is used as dhai bhak. Dhai bhak means a person who is eligible to get from the father's inheritance. But that's a very wonderful shloka, because this word came here. So I just reminded me that shloka where that Lord Brahma very nicely says if a person tolerates all the difficulties of, all the difficulties in his life, he gets the mercy of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, as by default, as a person, he is eligible to get the inheritance from his father. So by default, it is assumed that a son will get the inheritance, whatever the money is being earned by father. By default, it is the it has inherited to the son, or rather, we should say to the children in today's context. Even girls are equally eligible in today's world. So, that is the inheritance which we are eligible for, and Lord Brahma says that a person who is tolerating all the difficulties, all the vegas of the, as Rup Goswami says, vacho vegam, manaso krodha vegam, so all these vegas, all these difficulties or these difficult situations like kama and krodha, they are able to, a person is able to tolerate, that person becomes the eligible of the mercy of the Lord. So it is mentioned in the scriptures that a person, if a wealth is lost for a person, then nothing is lost. It is in contrast to what we have today. In today, if wealth is lost, everything is lost. Nobody will respect you. But the scriptures say ulta. If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. Health is lost, then something is lost. Health is wealth, we all know, right? So health is a very important thing. And I think devotees also should be very, very careful, because devotees are struggling with their health issues too much. But anyway, so health is lost, then something is lost. But if character is lost, everything is lost. So this we see in the example of this Ajamila, that he, although he has been such a strong Brahmanical background, but he lost this thing. He lost his character, he lost his money, he lost his reputation, he lost his position also. So we need to be very, very, careful with whatever Krishna has given to us, being satisfied. That's why Prabhupada is saying a person should be satisfied with his wife. And it applies to wives also. So whenever we, in today's context, we talk about men, so it applies to other way in the women also. So the point here is that, a person should be satisfied with your spouse. That's the right word, better word. That, we should be happy with whatever. Chanakya says that a person should be satisfied with three things: wife, food, and income. Means whatever we have got a wife, we should be wife or husband, whatever we should be happy with. Whatever food is given to us, we should treat it as a mercy of Krishna, and we should be happy with it. And whatever is income is coming on our way, we should be happy. Yeah, we should not be just keep crying, oh, that person has that much money, this person has that much money, I don't have this thing, I don't have that thing. So it's very, very important that we satisfied in our lives. And Chanakya Pandit, same statement he makes is, we should be dissatisfied with three things. One is education or knowledge, second thing is charity, and third thing is spiritual life or chanting. So we should be dissatisfied with these things. Dissatisfied in the sense, we should have the dissatisfied mean does not mean we should be frustrated. In the sense, dissatisfied means we should be eager to do more. So we should do more swadhyaya. Chanakya Pandit uses the word. We should read more and more scriptures. So we should never think that, oh, I have read Bhagavad Gita 2 times, 3 times, that's all, I have mastered it. Or Bhagavatam I have read, so I know in and out. So, and second thing we should never be satisfied is with the charity. So being a grhastha, giving a charity is one of the responsibilities of grhasthas, because other three ashramas, they are dependent on grhasthas, right? See, brahmacharis are anyway, they are not earning, they are dependent on the donations by grhasthas. Vanprasthas, they are living their grhastha life and they are going to forest. Sannyasis are anyway, they are renounced. So other three ashramas, they are dependent on grhasthas. So as per the, it is in 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that charity should be given at the right place, at the right time, at the right person. So a grhastha should be very, very, satisfied with the, whatever he is having, and dissatisfied with the education, charity, and what is the third thing? Chanting and spiritual life. So grhastha life, as we see that in case of Ajamila, although he has a very beautiful wife, but he is getting distorted by this thing. So grhastha life means it is a controlled life. It is not unregulated life. That's why in previous time we see that the boys used to go to Gurukula. They will be strictly be under the supervision of a spiritual master. They will be given knowledge there. They will be trained there, and they will be taught to regulate their senses. Unlike in today's world, in small children itself, we give them phones. They have unlimited access to whatever is crap is available on the net, and they just get distracted and this thing. And same thing was applicable to women as well, girls as well. Girls were not sent to Gurukul, but they were being trained by the elders of the family, elder women of the family, and they will be giving them the values. They will be they will be taught various scriptures. They will be equally. We see the examples of various women in our scriptures like Draupadi, Kunti Maharani. We see that they were not like, they didn't go to Gurukula, so they didn't have any knowledge. We see that Draupadi and Kunti and all other, learned, even Gandhari, and in that sense, and all other, in our scriptures, Mother Sita, and everybody, is very, very. All the women is very, very, qualified. They had the perfect knowledge of the scriptures. So a brahmachari is like what he does. He was supposed to go. He's supposed to go to Gurukula, and as Guru orders them, he leads a very austere life. We see in Lord Rama also, in spite of being a prince along with his brothers, he went to the ashram of Vashishta, and he was being trained for many years there. And we know that how Dasharatha was uneasy, sending Lord Ram and other sons, and he wanted to keep them, train them within this thing, but then Vishishta Muni didn't agree to that, and so they were trained as this thing. And when after that a person enters into a grasta life, then he knows how to control himself. And same way the woman, when he enters after being properly trained by the elder woman of the house, then they used to have a very, very controlled, very regulated, grasta life. Unlike today's, when it is everything, forget about married life, unmarried life itself, there are so many abominable things are happening, and people are staying together, and so this kind of unregulated thing is not good for a person, because a person will never be satisfied. Uncontrolled sexual desires are not good for for the spiritual growth of a person. In that context, there is a very nice story of Akbar and Birbal. So once Akbar and Birbal were having discussion, then where Akbar told to the Birbal that with the age a person is able to control his lusty desires, and Birbal didn't agree to that. He says that a person who is lusty will remain lusty forever. So it's very difficult to control the mind. So those lusty desires that doesn't get controlled. So then Birbal did one thing, that he took Akbar to one of the old man in the who was about to die, and he was famous for his lusty actions. So then and Birbal instructed Akbar to take with him his daughter. So Akbar went with his daughter to see that person who was an old man and who was about to die. And as soon as that old person saw that Akbar along with the daughter, he was fully focusing on the daughter only. And Akbar got really angry, and he took his daughter out, and he told that see this this person, and he agreed to that. So it's not that whenever peak time of our life is there, we can do anything, and then the later stages of our life we will be able to control. It's not going to happen like that. It's in whatever before marriage or after marriage or whatever, we should lead a very, very regulated life. That's what our scriptures also say, that sexual activities between men and women should be only to beget the children. Other than it is not recommended. So these senses are very, very strong. They will just drive us crazy. We have to learn to control in this thing. And when we follow the path of Bhagavad Gita, when we follow the spiritual life, we learn how to control, how to lead a regulated life. In this context, example of a tiger can be given. When a tiger is there in the jungle, he is like he's very strong. And when the same tiger is being trained to be captive under a taskmaster in a circus, then how that person, how is he trained? You have seen, we must have seen in the zoo, no? The tiger is within the small cage. He's just so restless. He is going here, there. He's not standing. Other animals you will see, they will be lying at one place. But tiger is a very passionate animal. So what they will do, they will capture the tiger and then they will keep, because tiger is a ferocious animal. So it is not easy to control. So what they will do is they will, capture him and they will not give him food for a couple of days, for 4 5 days. The tiger is totally weak. He is very this thing, out of hunger. He is very this thing. Then the taskmaster will come with a whip. He will make sound, cut, and then now tiger is weak, very weak, and he knows that this person can do anything to me, and he will beat me. So then what this taskmaster does? He throws some pieces of meat. It's not sufficient to quench his hunger, but he will be given that much, and then he will go. Again, tiger is still weak, but he has something. He is still living. Again, next day he will come. He will mark the whip couple of times, and like that he will give some couple of pieces, and then after some time this tiger get trained. He knows that this person is only going to give me food, and this person is going to, whatever he will say, I will do. First day he will make him jump, second day he will make him jump in a ring, third day he will make the tiger run into a fire and jump over the fire. And tiger is such a strong animal, he is just not this thing. So that's how the scriptures tell, that's how we should train our senses. We should not give them objects of enjoyment to the senses. We should learn to control. We should control our mind in such a way. Don't give the objects which are, causing the, for senses, the sense objects are the things which are, creating problem. So the, when we are spiritually becoming strong, slowly and slowly what we do is, we refrain our senses from getting, enjoyment from the sense objects, and slowly what happened is our senses get trained, and slowly we engage the senses in the service of the Lord. So maybe whenever we will artificially try to control senses, it would be very difficult, but when we try to control the engage the senses into service of Krishna and service of devotee, service of the Guru, then we are able to manage our senses. Otherwise the senses may go haywire anytime. Even at the peak of our, spiritual, we think Maya is very strong. Maya will take, attack on your strongest point only. It will do. So what Maya will do is, Maya will see that, okay, you will think, okay, I am a great singer. I am a great Kirtanaya. Everybody is coming and telling me. That's all. Maya will come in your mind. Okay, I am a great singer. Nobody can sing. And then what will happen? One day you are not offered to Kirtan, then you will go and shout at the, why you didn't offer me? I am the greatest singer in the temple. If you are a greatest, a cook in the temple, then you are cooking for the Lord, and then one day you are not offered to cook this thing, seva, then you will go and you will fight with devotees, and all inside you will do a lot of, apradhas, and you will. So that's how the Maya is going to see. Maya will look for the weak point, but at the same time she will look at your strongest point also, and she will capture you there. And she will just, trample there, because Maya's job is to take us away from, Krishna. In this regard, I heard one story that there was one Brahmana was there. He was very, regulated, in the sense he will do his Sandhya, this Gayatri mantra all 3 times. And he was, from the inside, he was very, proud that I am a wonderful practicing Brahmana. I follow all the rules and regulations properly. So one day, he slept in the evening. He forgot to do his Sandhya Gayatri. So he forgot, and that point of time, one person came and he woke him up, and he told that, whatever, he said to the Brahmana that you get up, you have not done your Gayatri. So immediately this Brahmana, oh, I did big mistake today, and he just went, took bath and did Gayatri, and then after that he came to this person and he asked, who are you? So he said, I am Kali. So he said, Kali? Kali is supposed to take people away from, Krishna. Then how come you are helping me to come close to Krishna? Then that person said, that's what I am doing. I'll make you, the point is that he is making try, because that person has a proud that I am a very well performing Brahmana, that Kaliyuga, that Maya is just coming there and making that, okay, you do, so that proud should not go away. So we should be very, very careful in our devotional life that when we are practicing, that we should never had any kind of pride, because at what point of in our life this Maya will come. We know that this even Bharat Maharaj at the stage of bhava, he was he fell down. So it is very, very important that we realize that at every stage of our life, in spiritual life, whatever how many ever years and all that, we should always remember that we are servant of Krishna, we are servant of spiritual master, and always be humble and think that okay, Maya can attack me at any time. Never think that I am now strong enough, I have done so many years of chanting, Maya cannot do anything to me. Anybody, this Ajamila is example that it can happen to anybody at any point of time. So in this context, we have a story from Chaitanya Charitamrita about Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was actually from a very opulent family. His father and uncles, they were great jamidars. And we know that story how he was, Nityananda Prabhu, finally, I'll not go into that. He was being able to surrender to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he came to Jagannath Puri. So initially what happened that this Raghunath Das Goswami's father and uncles, they sent some servants. Although he had come to live as a mendicant, but they had sent servants to take care of Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to take the help of these services from these servant and one Brahmana who used to cook for him. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to call Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for prasadam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also used to accept, because Raghunath Das Goswami was a very austere person. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to like Raghunath Das Goswami a lot. So after some time, Raghunath Das Goswami realized that he is doing a mistake by taking the services from the servant. So he had sent them to, back to Bengal from where Raghunath Das Goswami was there. And then one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked that why Raghunath Das is not calling me for prasadam nowadays. So associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that he has sent his servants back, so he is not cooking. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is he doing then? How is he eating? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his associates were told that he is standing in front of Singadwara of Jagannath temple and he is begging. And with that, whatever he gets in the alms, that with that he is maintaining his this thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. He thought, oh, he is living very austere life. So after some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, once he went to Singadwara, he saw that Raghunath Das is not there. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, where is Raghunath Das? He is not asking, he is not begging also. So then his associate told, no, Raghunath Das Goswami thinks that when somebody is coming out of temple after darshan, at that point of time, if I am expecting from that person that give me something to this thing, it's a big aparadha. I should not do that. So what he is doing in the background, there is a place where all the whatever is left out is there, that is thrown. So Raghunath Das Goswami goes there and he eats there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is happy. Okay, so he is doing so much austerity. After some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again, where is Raghunath Das? I don't see him. So then his associate told that now he is not going to that place also, because whatever is left out they throw. Then Raghunath Das Goswami is thinking that if I go, that means I always have that expectations that I will. It is all left out and sometimes spoiled or burnt. So he's thinking maybe I have that expectation that I will go and I will get that. So he's telling that I will. Raghunath Das Goswami told that is wrong. I am not supposed to do that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where is he going? So he's going in the background where everything is vessels get washed and all that. When it comes out, and he takes that and he just filters it and puts salt into it. Sometimes he has to fight with the cows, not fight in the sense, he has to compete with the cows and all that, and they will be coming and they will be taking. And Raghunath Das Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that it is a height of austerity or height of renunciation. Of course, we as a grasta, for us it is not very easy to do this kind of this thing. In one of the conversation with Raghunath Das Goswami, previously when Raghunath Das Goswami came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he wanted to leave his family life and he wants to come, that time in Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives very nice instruction. He says, Gramya katha na sunibe, Gramya varta na kahibe, bhala na khaibe, ara bhala na paribe. In the sense that don't talk to, basically what instruction he is giving to Raghunath Das Goswami is that you stay with your parents, you stay with your family, but what should we do is, do not talk like people in general and hear what they say. You should not eat very palatable food, nor you should dress very nicely. So this is a very nice instruction for grahasthas, that sometimes what happens is that we start chanting, we are following this thing, and if we still continue to live very comfortable life, then it is little difficult to make progress in this. So as the time progress, for instructions for grasta is like this, that we should be, whatever we are, we should see. We'll read, if time permits, maybe for 5-10 minutes we'll read some of the instructions of Yudhishthir Maharaj to Narad Muni to Yudhishthir Maharaj. But we should, grahasthas should voluntarily accept some austerity, some penance. We should not overdo also. See, what happens is sometimes we overdo and we spoil our health, and then slowly we should this thing. Why we are saying it has to, we have to become like the tiger. Slowly we have to be, reduce our ferocity of our senses, because senses are very strong at the moment. We are in Grasta life, everything is available at our disposal. Whatever I want, I just immediately I'll get it. So, but slowly we have to go towards, at the end of our life, if we are still towards the end of life, in our old age, assume, with the assumption that we will reach our old age, if we are still we don't have our control senses in old age, we already saw the story of that Akbar and Birbal, then it would be very, very difficult. So in the old age, because these senses are going to trouble, the mind is going to trouble. So these uncontrolled senses are being compared to uncontrolled elephant in the scriptures. Like we know, in the temple we go to Guruvayur and all that, in Kerala temples we go, we see elephants. So nicely they will be taking the order of their this thing. But we have also seen the videos of this Trishu temple and all that, where elephants go, they will go mad, and what havoc they create. So senses, uncontrolled senses are like that, uncontrolled elephant, they will go. But if these senses are controlled, if they are regulated, the senses are, they become like the elephant, which is, this thing. So which elephant, otherwise, if the controlled elephant can do big things, he will carry the big logs of wood and heavy things, he will, and the same elephant will carry the Lord on his back also, like that, no. So we have to make our senses in such a way that we are able to carry Lord, in the sense we are use these senses in the service of the Lord. So for that we have to do, that's why we have 4 regulatory principles, where no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. So this is first step of, for us to make progress in the spiritual life, to slowly control the senses. So in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto 14th chapter, there is a very nice conversation between Yudhishthir Maharaj and Narad Muni, where a lot of principles of Grasta life is given. I don't think we can cover all of them, but some of them we'll try to cover. So 7th canto 14th chapter, first shloka, it is Shri Yudhishthira Uvacha Grasta etam padavim vidina yen chanjasa yayad devarishe bruhi madashro graha mudadhi. Maharaj Yudhishthira inquired from Narad Muni, O my lord, O great sage, kindly explain we who are staying at home without knowledge of the goal of life may also be easily attain liberation according to the instructions of Vedas. So what word he is using for himself? He is saying who are staying at home without knowledge of goal of life. He's, and like me, he uses the word. So he uses the word griha mudha, completely ignorant of goal of life, and madashra means such as me. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not like he is not like an ordinary person like us, who is happily enjoying in our grasta life. So, but he is still using himself as the, very humbly he is asking to Narad Muni. So there is a big lesson for, grastas. We as a grastas, when we are serving, when we get the opportunity to associate with saintly people, we should inquire from them. We should inquire from them that what is the goal of life, and how me being in such a abominable position, how can I, get delivered? So nowadays it's a time of social media. So whenever any sannyasi is coming, or our temple also, some senior devotees, Radheshyam Prabhu, Gaurang Prabhu, there would be people are just busy in taking, photos and then put immediately on their status and on this thing. You want to tell to the whole world, we had association of this thing. The person may not know that I came at the end, only at the end of class, when class got over, and I took one photo with them. So the point is that, we should hear from them. Tatvidhi pranipatina pariprashanena sevaya updeshanti de jnana jnaninas tattvadarshina. So these people are tattvadarshina. They have seen the absolute truth. We should inquire from them submissively, humbly. Being Yudhishthir, being the emperor of the whole world, he is humbly submitting himself to Narad Muni, and he is asking this, how can I, get the, how can I understand? And he's saying that me being Vyasta, I don't know the goal of life. It's not that Yudhishthira doesn't know the goal of life, but he's asking for all of us. So in purport, Prabhupada uses the very nice word. He says, a person who remains in family, householder in the family life, is certainly ignorant of goals life. He's not much advanced in intelligence. As soon as possible, one should give up his so-called comfortable life at home and prepare to undergo austerity. Tapo Divyam Putraka, according to instruction given by Rishabh Dev to his sons, we should not create so-called comfortable situation, but must prepare to undergo austerity. This is how a human being should actually live to fulfill life's this thing. So basically, Prabhupada is mentioning that we should not go. Maybe Krishna mercifully has given us a lot of, money, lot of, good jobs. Most of us are Bangalore sitting here. We must be in IT backgrounds. We must be getting good salaries, and that's Krishna's mercy. But that gives us opportunity to think that how early as possible I can retire myself and engage fully in the service of the Lord. That's all. That should be our goal of life. Unnecessarily spending money and thinking, okay, anyway, I'm going to earn for another 15, 20 years. We should start saving from the very this thing, and and think, plan our grasta life in such a way that how early as possible I can get retired. So Krishna mercifully is giving us more money, maybe some good business we have, some good this thing we have. Then what we can do is nicely plan, save the money, and ensure by 40, 45 we can, all these youth people in this side of this thing, not the grastas, unmarried young boys and girls, they should think like that. Once who has entered into grasta, they have not much option. But you are going to enter into grasta life, then you have this opportunity that you plan it in such a way. That's why a person is advised in the Krishna consciousness, is advised to marry a devotee girl or a boy, because at least that understanding is, both of them will have that, okay, we have to lead a meaningful spiritual life. For that we may we may have to, we should ensure we can do some austerity, nicely save money and retire early as possible. Because when we are young, we have this thing, we think, okay, 60, 70, I will work till that point of time, after that I will serve Krishna. Then what is going to happen? We will not have energy, we will not have, see, nowadays 40, 50 itself is a great deal. So many health issues are there, most of us undergo. 40 you cross means there will be all this blood pressure, sugar, something will start, and we will not have any, by the time 50, 60 we think we will retire, we will not have energy, we will not have body capable of serving Krishna. But at the same time, at the moment, I don't have the option, because I don't have enough money. So second shloka, Narad Muni says very nicely. I'll not read the shloka, I'll read the translation. Narad Muni replied, my dear king, those who stay at home as householder must act to earn their livelihood, and instead of trying to enjoy the results of their work themselves, they should offer their results to Krishna, Vasudev. How to satisfy Vasudev in this lifetime can be perfectly understood through the association of the great devotees of the Lord. Important message Narad Muni is giving here. First instruction. There are many instructions in this chapter, but he's saying that, okay, they should earn their big, because as soon as we enter into a grasta life, we have no option. I remember once His Holiness Bhakti Nityananda Swami Maharaj, he came to our house, and I always tell this very funny part of it, that he's no more, Maharaj is not there materially, this thing, but I always remember he came one to our house, and he just he gave one, we had arranged for our Bhakti Riksha one class, and Maharaj gave wonderful, nice class. And after the class, I asked a question, Maharaj, we are grahasthas. Where is the? It's very difficult for us to follow Krishna consciousness. Our mind is always disturbed and all that. Then Maharaj became very grim. He immediately looked at my mother. He asked, "Did you forcefully marry him?" My mother didn't understand what is it. Hindi asked. So, again he asked, and I said, "No." So then he asked my father, "Did you forcefully marry him?" He said, "No." Then he asked my wife, "What you get married forcefully?" Then he looked at me. "Then why are you complaining now?" He said, "You have no option. You have entered into married life. Now you have to take care of your family. You cannot say that, oh, this Grista life, how will I follow this thing?" There are so many. Then he nicely gave examples that from Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the great devotees of the Lord are Gristas. Lord Nityananda, Lord Advaitacharya, Shivas Thakur, the other was not, but they were all, even later, all other devotees, they were all Gristas. And they were nicely doing their spiritual activities. They were not complaining to the Lord Chaitanya that, okay, what can I do? We want to come with you, but that is not possible. They were nicely taking care of their family at the same time. So then Maharaj told, don't complain ever. So here the Nagmuni is saying the same thing. We as a husband or a wife, whatever, we have no option to complain that, oh, I have this thing. We entered into Grasta life, we were this thing. We had option earlier. We don't want to get into Grasta life, but we entered. Now we have no option. Now we cannot say that, okay, I will not be able to follow because, so now we have done, Narad Muni say, we should earn. And as far as possible, we should earn with the dharmic way. We should not earn in a dharmic way. Our money should be pure. And once we get the money, then what we have to do is, we have to, some portion of it, we should engage. Even if we try our best in today's world, we may be working in IT companies and all that. We don't know what the CEOs and all that are doing. What the company CFOs and all that, they are doing some gapla. Here, they are this thing. I remember once, somebody asked Guru Maharaj that, can we invest money in shares? And Guru Maharaj told that, you have to check those, or mutual fund rather, that you should check if they are not investing money in any of these abominable, like, meat and related kind of this thing. So the point is that, because those kind of things, that money which will come from these dharmic activities will have more reaction. Already we as a grasta, we are struggling. When I'm speaking also, I don't know how many, insects are going in my mouth. When we are walking on the road, we don't know how many ants we are killing, how many animals we are killing. And, we do so much aparadha. To run to work in a company, you have to tell 100 lies you will tell to our boss. We will be not be able to complete the work, but we say, yes, today we'll complete. Then night we'll call up, sir, I'm sick, I cannot do. And, so many things. Businessman, he will always say, I am giving the whatever without earning any profit, I am giving to you. So does that mean a devotee you will stop telling all this? Because you have to earn, you have to money, you have to do your business. You cannot be totally this thing. So what we have to do is, we have to nicely, give some portion of our, earnings in the service of the Lord. Any activities, which is done for Lord, for Krishna and for spiritual master, that activity is only going to be in the category of akarma. Otherwise, every activity is going to bound us in this material world. And, sometimes we become very proud of, at the moment, at least IT people know recession is going on. So our pride is little come down, because we know anytime we can get pink slip from the office, we will be thrown out, right? But before that we think, okay, or any other, I'm just giving example because I am an IT person, but you are in any field, we think, okay, I'm doing great, my business is running fine, this thing. When corona will come, your business is closed for 2 years. You don't have any money, whatever is saved, that will also go off. We should not, any, thing can happen. One tsunami, one, earthquake is enough to ruin our material life, So we should not. What is we as a grasta, what proud we have is that, we are getting in our life. Air is given by, Vayudev. Sun is given by sun god. Anything. All Devi Devta, they are giving. But we cannot even breathe. We saw the corona time, no, oxygen was so this thing, indispensable thing it became, that, everybody is looking for oxygen. There is no oxygen available, which we take so granted that, okay, we are breathing day and night. That oxygen, when we are not want more oxygen, we are not able to get from anywhere. So if Krishna stops, immediately, anything Krishna will snatch away. We see in the Leelamrita when Srila Prabhupada, complained about his, wife to his, father, that I'm not happy. Then his father told that, good, you should be happy that you have not got a very good wife. Then only you will be able to do this thing. If we have too much comfortable life, then you will not be able to. Better focus on Radha Krishna, and don't think about another marriage or something like that, right? So that we should not. That's what is the message in this thing, is that we should be very, very satisfied with our whatever Krishna has given, not just in married life, in all other way, whatever Krishna has given, we should be happy with that, and we should, it is something like one miser person, no? Miser person gets the money. This is one Gaurang Prabhu often tells this story, that once a lady came to meet Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was, at that point of time, he was sitting with Garg Muni Prabhu. So Garg Muni Prabhu was the person who was taking care of finance at that point of time. And he is keeping all the money on the table, and he is counting, he is saying, oh, how come money is less here, this, that. So money he was handling. And then that lady came inside, Prabhupada told, okay, you sit. He was busy and he is calculating and all that. That lady got totally bewildered that what? He is a sannyasi, he is doing all this calculation of money and all that. What kind of person is this? And she left. So the point, this is that, anything, whatever Krishna has given, we can engage it in the service of the Lord. Then it will become a devotional service. So whatever, being a grasta, Krishna is giving us, that doesn't mean we just spend it, okay, whatever way we are. Save it nicely for our future, as well as Roop. I should not use, you all know that what is Roop Goswami has set the standard. I don't want to say here, because if any new people are there, next time they will not come for Bhagavatam class also. So you can read Chaitanya Charitamrita, what he did with the money. But those who know, they understand. So the point is that, we engage in the, service of the Lord, whatever. Live like a miser person. Don't overspend or something. For a grasta, this is the instruction, that live like a miser and, retire early, keep yourself free as early as possible, and then engage yourself in the service of the Lord. Don't think I will have Bangalore, 10 plots I should have, then with that I will get passive income from this. Nothing is going to happen. Nicely, safe, you should keep your money. Okay, next, one more shloka, after that I will close. 14 point. Okay, 3 and 4. Okay, I'll take one, I'll not take the sequentially. There is one shloka which is, I found it very interesting in this chapter. But you can go home and read this very, very interesting chapter. This is, so in this is the 6th shloka of 14th chapter, where Narad Muni is saying, an intelligent man in the human society should make his own program of activities very simple. Okay, if there are suggestions from his friends, children, parents, brothers, or anyone else, he should externally agree and saying, yes, that's all right. But internally, he should be determined not to create a cumbersome life in which the purpose of life will not be fulfilled. So Narad Muni is giving, see, even 5,000 years back, Narad Muni, or whatever, whenever it happened, Narad Muni is giving very relevant instruction that, when we come in devotional life, there are 100 of people who are ready to give us suggestions. They will say, hey, this is not all these youth people will face this. You are young, why is this the age to do all this? Grastas will face, oh, what, every Sunday you take your children to temple, you should teach them, you should take them to cinema, you should take them, otherwise how will they learn what is happening in this thing? You should send them for sports, you should send them for this and that. So we will hear a lot of suggestions like that, right, all the time, grastas. I still remember once, many years ago, when we were new in Krishna Varnas, we went to our hometown. One of my aunt who was in 80s, at that point of time, she was telling that, what all you have got entered into, this is not required in this young age. You have children to take care. You are very small. My son was, I think, hardly born, or you were. So you say, you are a very small child, you should take care of, what do you have put this kanti and all that, you are not eating onion, garlic, all this thing is not required. You do it in later stages. So I just asked my aunt that, okay, then how are you able to do your religious activities? She said, what beta, I don't have, my body is paining, my hand is this thing, my hand doesn't work, leg doesn't work, and so I didn't say anything. As this thing is saying, Narad Muni is saying, don't argue. But the point is that we think that okay, we'll get old. That point of time we'll do. At this point of time, take care of your family. See, there is a difference between, and this one of the shloka which has gone in between. Okay, first I'll cover this point. So there, the important, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says that Antare nishtha kare bahaya loka vyavhar achirat Krishna tomaya karibi uddhar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, within your heart you should keep yourself very faithful to Krishna, but externally you may behave like an ordinary man. But okay, thus Krishna will soon be very pleased and deliver you from the clutches of Maya. हम लोगों का सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या है? सबसे बड़ा है रोग, क्या कहेंगे लोग, right? Our Prabhu Amuk Lila Prabhu uses it very frequently. सबसे बड़ा है रोग, क्या कहेंगे लोग, right? So we are always worried about what people will say. But we have to intelligently think that one day when I am going to die, at that point of time these people are not going to come with me. I will be, whatever is my spiritual activities I have done, that are going to. These people, the people who are giving a suggestion, they have no idea about the scriptures. Guru Sadhu Shastra, they don't know. For us, the criteria is Guru Sadhu Shastra. We just follow. We have more, actually authority in real sense to talk about these matters than them. They may have the life, they may have lived, maybe they are old people, they will, this thing. But they have never read scriptures, they have no idea, they don't know the real purpose of life. And then they are telling, for us, maybe, okay, we may not be very successful devotee, we may be struggling still, but at least theoretically we know what is the goal of our life. At least we know something to what is the endeavor for. Unlike those people who have no idea what is the goal of life, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and one day you die, and because the whole world is doing that, we are also supposed to do that. That's what people expect us. So when we are going for a higher purpose, so these kind of matters are always going to be there. There will be people to give us suggestions. But Narad Muni is saying, externally said, yes. Don't waste your time in arguing also. If arguing in the sense with some person, if we feel that they will accept whatever you are telling, if it's conducive, we can do that. But specifically, it is in terms of relatives and friends, and Krishna is going, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving guarantee here that Krishna will be accepting your thing. So important thing is, when we are determined, when we are Vyavsayatmika Buddhi Ekaha Gurunandana, Krishna says, we should be single focused. So our so what our this thing. And another point which people generally mistake is these kind of instruction. In previous instruction, Narad Muni said, I didn't read that, where he says that you should not be too much attached to your wife and children. So does that mean that we are not supposed to do our duties to our family? It applies to wife also. If wife is also not attached to husband and parents and children, then then Grihastha life is very, very difficult. So there is there is a, because when this is a famous Ramanujacharya story is there in this regard, that once Ramanujacharya was sitting, at that point one old person came and he told Ramanujacharya that please give me sannyas. So Ramanujacharya asked him, okay, so what qualification do you have? He told, just few days back my wife died. She was married with me for 40 years. I didn't even drop one drop of tears came out of my eyes. Indirectly saying I am such a renunciant. I am not attached to my wife. So you become eligible for, ideally speaking, I am eligible for sannyas. So he said, okay, you sit here. After 5-10 minutes, another person came, another old person came. He was crying loudly, and and then Ramanujacharya's disciple, they just somehow consoled him, what he'll somehow you give me, he pleaded to Ramanujacharya, please give me sannyas, I want to be this. Then he said, but why are you crying? He said, my wife has died few days back and I am not able to, so for that reason I am crying. Ramanujacharya told, okay, arrange a homa, I am going to give sannyas to this person. So then other person who was waiting there, he is saying that, what is this? He went to Ramanujacharya and he told, what is this? I'm telling that I have not even shed one tear for my wife who died. That means I am totally renounced, and you are not ready to give me, sannyas. And this person who is so much attached, as per definition, he is under Maya fully, and you are telling him that you will give him sannyas. He says that person, he knows how to love. Only thing I have to direct is his love is need to be directed to Krishna. You don't know how to love. For 40 years you are married to your wife, you don't know how to love your wife. How will you love Krishna? You will not be able to. So sannyas is not going to him. So the point here is that important point for Grasta life is that when it is not, it doesn't, these kind of instruction does not mean that we don't love our family members. There is a difference between love and lust. Love plus expectation becomes lust. Means when I am loving my family members and I am expecting them that they should do whatever I say, then it is lust. Then it's not, it's calm, it is not prem. Prem is that when we unconditionally, then we say, no, for Krishna also bhakti is unmotivated, uninterrupted. We do our duty, whatever position, what is we are. I am a husband, I am a wife, I am a parent, I am a children, I am brother, sister, whatever. I have certain duties. I am supposed to do those duties without expecting anything in result. It is something like, I will end with this. Amrendra Prabhu tells this story very often that, he tells that when a bone is thrown in front of a dog, so what dog looks at is bone. Immediately he will take the bone. He will not bother who has given. But if the same bone is thrown in front of lion, the lion will immediately look up the person behind that. So he wants to, basically his goal is to enjoy that person. But okay, for our this thing is, whatever Krishna is giving, we are not bothered about this, whatever material comforts we are giving, we will use that. Whatever we can use to need. In one of the shloka, Narad Muni says, we should use the wealth which has been given only how much ever we require for keeping our body and soul together. So he says that. So the thing is, whatever money we require, we use, and rest all we think, okay, it is given by Krishna. So I just know behind that who is giving. The bone, behind the material, whatever comforts we are given, material opulence we have been given, behind that who is there? Krishna, who is complete in all sense. He can give opulence to anybody, right? So he has given us, he has chosen us. So now we are some fortunate people, because see, we should always look at this point that you go out and road, there are some huts over there, right? We often go and distribute, temple goes and distribute prasadam to them. You tell them that you chant and you do this thing. They will say, I have to go out and work for the labor for the whole day. I have to, every day I will go and earn, then only I will be able to eat in the evening. But we all are so fortunate who all are sitting here that Krishna has given at least one day off, he has given. So that at least we can use in the service of Krishna nicely. So the point in this whole, there are many other points. I would request you to read 7th canto, 14th chapter. You will get all grastas and who are about to become grastas, all the youth, girls and boys. You read that chapter. Very, very wonderful instructions given by Narad Muni that how a grasta life should be like. So that we are not distracted by the, like Ajamila, who got just distracted by a glance of, a man and woman having union. So that kind of thing, at least we should not be, going through. For that, we should be a strong practicing devotee. A grasta should do a strong personal sadhana, a strong, nice connection within the devotees, because as Narad Muni says, the only way to understand what is right, what is wrong is be in the association of devotees. We should do a nice charity and we should do nice preaching. Preaching is one way, time is not there, but preaching is one way which can keep us focused in Krishna consciousness. That does not mean a formal preaching like everybody sitting and doing classes. Maybe everybody is not made up for that. Whatever way we can do some nice prasadam for the program. We can put some mats in the program. Whatever way, we can open our house for preaching purpose. Anyway, whatever way we should be able to, serve in the, activities, because ultimately we get the equal benefit. What the person who is preaching will get the equal benefit of that. Okay, with that I will end. Shri Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Dharva ka Girdhari Srimad Mahaprabhu ki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Anybody has any comments or anyone would like to correct, like to add any correction, please feel free to do.
Any questions?
I didn't want to say that.
It's like everybody's understood.
My good luck. Nobody's asking questions. Sure.
Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhar Shriman Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Shri Lakshmi Narsimha Bhagavan ki. A very warm welcome to everybody to this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class, the Sunday feast. Firstly, we should thank Prabhu for giving us a very practical class with a lot of stories. Okay, so
There were some key points which we noted down. I'm sure many of you have got
points noted out. The three things we need to be satisfied with, and three which we need to be unsatisfied or dissatisfied. We could see that Prabhu did not want to complete the seva. He kept looking at the time. He was enjoying his lecture. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Another wonderful thing happened today. While we were singing, we had Gaurav Prabhu playing the mridangam. So, big Haribol to him and to Prabhu. Let's all chant loudly once. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Going back to the regular announcements. This week, 7th March, special day, Ekadashi. Thank you very much, Madhavi. So, please note there is enough time for break, the regular time. I would request everyone to sit down. So the next one is, all of you must have seen the TV opening, Narsimha being opened. I'm sure you all enjoyed the video. Something similar is happening today. We have a Bhumi Puja here. Shri Shri Bhaktavatsala Balaji Mandir. There is a wonderful Vaikuntha Mandap there building. I'm told as per the announcement, it's an all-weather protection, huge mandap. So post Gopi Geet, all of us go to that Balaji Mandir. We have the Bhumi Puja. I'm sure His Grace Krishna Prabhu is also going to join us there. Post that is the Prashadam. There would be a slight delay on the Prashadam, and I humbly request not to join the queue. We go with, it's going to help all of us, the devotees, and why not even our Prashadam will be in shape. Okay, so we must go there. It's our duty to participate in that, and then come and join the Prashadam. So Prabhuji was also mentioning that we need to engage our senses in the service of the Lord. How very wonderfully all of them engage. Today, our Gadadhar circle is cooking. Okay, so there are three very important sponsors there. I'd like to name them. Sri Gopinath Prabhu is doing Vaishnava Seva. He has requested his health is not very good. Prabhu was talking about health. So his health is not good. So wonderful, so nice. He's doing Vaishnava Seva and seeking blessings of all the senior Vaishnavas. Second, Rasmai Prabhu, is a very senior devotee here. His daughter, Taruni Radha, she is making on behalf of her, where he is also taking part in the Vaishnava Seva. And he's Rasmai Prabhu there. Please, we beg you to come here and accept the Dharma Prabhu. Wow, she's also with us. Haribol. Just imagine how her future is going to be. At this age, she's done a Vaishnava Seva. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So, Jai Shri and family is also doing a Vaishnava Seva. Do we have them here? Oh, Jai Shankar. Yes, sorry, Prabhu. Jai Shankar Prabhu is there? Haribol, please come, Prabhu. Prabhuji, please come this side. Please come so that everybody could see who's the person who is the rest of the very nice. Please accept Mahaprasadam also. And Bhakti Sharmila, am I right, Prabhu? Is she there? Okay, I'll come and give the garland here. So, how nicely the leaders, circle leaders are engaging the devotees in doing this service. Firstly, before we forget, let's all chant 3 times Gauranga for Gadadhar circle. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. As I was saying, all the leaders plan very meticulously. It looks like it's a standard routine, but they really plan, they ensure that we all come and do some Vaishnava Seva. So for all the circle leaders, when plate washing, whether it could be kitchen cleaning, hall cleaning, they are the ones behind us to ensure that our senses are engaged in the service of the Lord. So for all the circle leaders of Sri Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Mandir, let's all say Govinda 3 times. Govinda! 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 Thank you. So we now move on to the next best part of the program of the Sunday, which is the Gopi Eat. Who's been given the service of Gopi Eat? Who's singing Gopi Eat? Prashant Prabhu. Anybody? So whoever is he allocates the person Prabhu. So if he's not there, anyone else who can sing Gopi Eat now here? You want to? Please, Martin. So the Kirtan team, be ready. All of you turn towards the Lordship and come closer. So please remember, post this Gopi Eat, we all need to go to Balaji Mandir. Is the Kirtan team ready to help?
Shri Gopyo Jayati Te